Lance and Jasper with you. Sorry to be with you guys, nation. Tennessee, Florida week. People always ask me how you become a Florida fan in Tennessee. Well, it's simple, man. It's cheaper to live here. Mainly because there's no prostitution. They're all volunteers. And little punk ass Tennessee fans get on my nerves, man. I lived here. I went to high school here. I tell you what, man, when Peyton Manning left school, they all hated him. They loved T. Martin. Peyton Manning thinks too much. Win a couple Super Bowls, and they act like he's one of the greatest college football players of all time. He ain't one of the greatest college football players of all time. He's a damn choke artist. Check the stats. I mean, come on, man. 0-4 against the Gators. Just because he beat Alabama when they were going down. Who gives a damn? Florida was the team in the 90s. Everybody knows that. But hell, man. Florida State of Florida. I mean, somebody in the state of Florida. He damn sure wasn't in Alabama. But all right, man. Let's get my main man in here. We're gonna get it good. Great show for you tonight, man. I apologize. Last couple, maybe not so much hype up, but I got some folks tonight. We're gonna really kill y'all with. So let's get it done right here with my man, Boss Gator. All the Gator fans in the world, there's only one boss, and that's Boss Gator.
Hello!
I told him there's a lot of Gator fans in the world, on the globe, but there's only one boss, and that's Boss Gator. What's up, boss?
Hey, man, what's going on, baby? I tell you what, I'm excited about Gator Nation, baby. We ranked number 9. We're 3-0, and we got to come out and handle business against Tennessee team. I really believe that Tennessee's going to come out hungry, but we're going to put our foot on their neck and whip them down, baby, and show them who the champion of the East has been. You know, I was looking at some numbers. If you look at the East Division, everybody's talking about Georgia. But whenever you want to talk about the East, you got to talk about Florida first, because we have dominated the East over the last 30 years. You know?
No doubt about it. Yeah. How do you feel about the Kentucky game? Maybe just a little bit of your feeling moving forward. I mean, quarterback situation. Do you feel better or the same? I mean, I know you were high on the Gators before the season, so probably not much has changed. But talk about the quarterback switch and how it happened.
Well, first of all, I want to say that I think the jury's still out. You know, what's going to happen? I was glad that the Gators on the road in a hostile environment, despite our leader Felipe Frank going down, we were able to eke out a win.
Show some characters.
East Folk. We showed a lot of resilience, a lot of character, and being able to win that on the road, coming down 19 unanswered points on the road.
Wow.
And so this team has a lot of mettle. They got a lot of mettle, a lot of fortitude. And so I like that. I like that character. Mm-hmm. We got a lot of we gotta get healthy. We gotta get healthy. One of the things that I did realize is you can see the Gators have a lot more depth this year than we've had in the last couple years.
That's true.
But we had several of our starters on defense that were injured or didn't play, and I think that it kind of altered a little bit of our pass rush. And as I saw today, even the defensive coordinator alluded to that today. You know, that some of the Zuniga not playing kind of hindered the pass rush.
Right.
And then of course Henderson not playing. You have it changed what we did as far as our pass defense. So, but we handled that pretty well. It was a very hostile environment, and so I think that Tennessee's going to come out and they're going to give us their best punch.
Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this about Kentucky before you talk Tennessee. Can I ask you one question about it?
Okay.
Tell me, What was your feeling during that game? Did you feel like we were going to lose? I mean, what was when Felipe went down? I mean, at that point in the game, how were you feeling? Like, were you feeling like we were going to lose? Did you ever lose hope? I mean, did you feel like a quarterback change? I mean, how were you feeling? What was your emotion? Because
Okay,
at that point,
so
I be honest with you, at that point, I didn't feel like we were going to win the game when we got stopped on that 4th and 1, whether he was hurt or not.
well, um, first of all, I want to say that every game that we played has been some of the weirdest games around. And that, did you realize that before Felipe got injured, we had not punted? Florida hadn't
Right,
even punted.
right, yeah, that's crazy.
Um, that at that moment in the game, Felipe Franks had over um, 200 yards throwing, passing, and he was passing very well. And I believe at that moment we only had about 30 yards rushing. So it's been some weird games the way they've been falling. We were behind on time of possession because we weren't doing well on 3rd down because we had to move Dean over. So we had guys playing different positions, and I think they had cashed in on it.
What did you feel? I mean, but how did you feel? Did you were you like disappointed in it? Did you feel like so you felt like we were going to win? You weren't down on Franks that game?
Um, Not at that point. I just, if you look at, we had 2 touchdowns called back, and it had nothing to do with Felipe Franks. There were holes on the offensive line. They were
Yeah,
holding,
that's true.
and so um, when you look at look at everything, I just think that it was. We got to always remember every team is giving Florida their best.
No doubt about that.
Every team is giving Florida their best. But I do think that Felipe getting injured, it caused the team to rally.
Yeah, yeah,
It gave them a rally point.
yeah. Let's show some fight, some character. That strain Mullen talks about. I mean, I told my dad when I happened, I said, you're going to see a different Florida Gators team, and you did. I mean, one thing about them boys, man, when you take out their leader, I mean, you mess with one, you got us all, man. Gator Nation's a real thing, man.
But the thing was, I don't think the players responded like they're glad that Felipe is not there. They actually rallied, like you said, because they felt like their leader was down. So
Yeah.
I think that if you really look at it, the game, if anyone deserves credit, it's Coach Muller.
Yes, sir.
Because what he did was, and he's explained it, at that point they were going with Trask and Jones. But they realized basically Trask was getting a look. Kentucky dropped back in the zone and stayed in the zone, and Trask was just taking what they were giving him. Mullen out strategized him on that, and before you know it, before Kentucky adapted, it was too late.
Right.
We're back in the game.
How do you feel going to Tennessee now? How do you feel about you just said Kyle Trask, dinking and dunking? I mean, don't you feel like with our running game struggling like it is for whatever reason? I mean, I love Emory Jones. I know you do too. But I would never say this before, but I kind of feel like Kyle Trask is maybe a better fit for what we need to do right now because Kyle Pitts and the wide receivers are the strength of our team. And if you can get them the ball, I mean, you're asking a lot of people to tackle these guys one-on-one.
Well, the thing is, what you hear all coaches say is that you gotta stay balanced, and so our O-line has got to improve. It's got to improve from week to week. We got to improve on the run because what's going to happen is if you don't have a running attack, you become one-dimensional, and it's not like Trask is mobile.
Yeah. Well,
And the
yeah.
thing is,
Go ahead.
the other aspect is, at that point, Trask didn't have any film.
Yeah.
There's no meaningful film, so they weren't prepared. Tennessee will be prepared for Trask,
Well,
and
no, I agree with that, but don't you think it'd be hard for any team to match up with these corners? I mean, you're even zone or man to man, and if you're going man to man, press coverage against our receivers, I think you're doing us a favor.
well, I think that with Trask, his arm, I like his arm, but he looks like the type that will throw some interceptions. More,
Yeah, the ball stays in the air a long time. You don't really have arm strength. It flutters a little bit.
um, and so I just want to see one of the strengths I think that Coach Mullen has is that he's able to take a player and put it in his system and utilize that player to the best of their ability.
Right.
And so I believe that the offense will be the same by Trask, but it will look different. It'll be a different flavor. And so I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Well, yeah, I just think you got more receivers running hard. I think you got more receivers running their routes harder because they realize they got a chance to get the ball. I mean, I like Felipe more than anybody. You know that. You know how much I've been praising him. When I loved him, everybody hated him. So there you go. But here's the deal. I mean, I just feel like he was a one progression kind of guy. But I think now you're gonna see a lot of guys running the routes hard because everybody expects to get a ball and they know in any given play they can get the ball. And you know how important it is for your third and fourth receiver to run their routes efficient, just to open up space for the guy who is getting the ball.
But Lance, again, if you look at the game, I've looked at the game about two and a half more times. When you look at the game, the problem in the game at that time was Florida on third down defense, third down conversion was getting killed.
You damn right.
The thing that happened was going into the fourth quarter was the defense had a stop for three plays in a row. David Reese, they said no, we're taking it back. Let's stop them. And Stoops went to take Florida's heart. 4th and 1, going into the fourth, and Reese said no. That was the game.
No doubt about it. Hey,
that was the game, bro.
Hey, what about a senior? I mean, ain't that why you come back to make plays like that? I mean, that's beautiful, man. He'll remember that for the rest of his life, man. I'm so proud for David.
Also, it seemed like to me that Van Jefferson stood up and he made some major plays. There,
Freddie Swain, he always balling, ain't he, boy?
Yeah, Swain had already caught a touchdown pass from Felipe. So yeah, man. I just thought it was a great, just a great game, and the difference in prior years, Lance, from Jasper, Tennessee,
yes, sir,
is that in close games before, I didn't believe that we had the coaching edge. Like in 2017, when we beat Kentucky in a tight game, we beat Vandy in a tight game, we beat Tennessee in a tight game, then we lose to LSU by 2 points at 1 point at home, and then we lose at Texas A&M at home by 2 points. I believe the difference this year is that we have a coaching staff that can win those tight games.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Dan Mullen does give us an edge coaching. Because like you said, Dan Mullen don't have a system. His system adapts to its players. And, man, you would have Dan Mullen knows how to develop players. And he's been around elite talent. So he knows how to handle any kind of player, whether you're a superstar or you're a below average guy who nobody wants. Dan Mullen, I mean, the guy just turns dirt to glitter. I don't know how any other way to say it to you, man.
And so everybody's scared right now because what Dan Mullen has said is basically both quarterbacks are going to play. So basically, teams don't know if we're going to be more of a running team, more of a running system where the quarterback is running, or they don't know if we're going to be a spread out pass team. They don't know, so they have to prepare for both.
Are you
So that's
surprised? Are you surprised we're not more creative running the ball? It just seems like we ain't been creative. Like you know, Dan Mullen's playbook. I mean, don't you feel? I just wonder why we ain't been creative running the ball yet. Like direct snap, maybe some jet sweep, get our receivers involved.
I think that if you really look at Felipe Franks, really endured a lot of undue criticism
yeah,
because when you look at his QB rating, like his numbers were really good, and better than what he was getting credit for.
uh,
And I believe that because of Felipe's potential, sometimes to run, it took away some of the need for creativity.
okay,
I believe now we're going to have to be creative.
okay,
So I would be prepared to see more trick plays, more speed sweeps, more that inside shovel pass to the tight end. I would look to see the offense open up a little bit more. I
yeah.
would look to see that that option pitch that worked so well against Mississippi State. Um, I would look to see those plays like that.
How impressed are you with the tight end? I mean, Kyle Pitts has been amazing. He made a big play against Kentucky. And I was just want to say one more shout out to Freddie Swain because he climbed the ladder for call traps on one of them jobs and caught a ball out. Pretty good catch, you know. But real tight ends, we ain't had tight end play at Florida in a while. It's good to see it come back with Dan Mullen. And, I mean, Kyle Pitts just seems like he can be as good as anybody in the world.
Well, I think that he's a mismatch problem. He's a nightmare on that. Actually, I've been a little still waiting to see Kroll,
Yeah.
and I'm still waiting to see
Zipper. Zipper.
Gamble,
Yeah.
Gamble,
Yeah.
and Zipper as well. And so um, I think the tight end position is a work in progress, but definitely Pitts is beginning to kind of distance himself as the number one guy.
Yeah, he's been amazing, man. I mean, he made some plays last year. I remember the third down where they called his number at Mississippi State. A true freshman. I mean, it takes guts. I mean, he's really earned respect for Coach Sapp and the team also. But I don't think it'll be long. I mean, with our offense, the way it's called, you just don't get a lot of catches, so you're not really viewed as a star. But I mean, Kyle Pitts is one of the best tight ends in college football. There's no doubt in my mind. And I just ain't saying that because I love the Gators. I mean, put on the tape. What was it? Tabor said, just press play. Just press play.
Yeah, so I think the Gators will go about 27, be 20, the score will be 27-21 Gators win against Tennessee at home. And then we come back, Towson State, we win, we beat them, and then we'll get ready for a big SEC matchup, top 10 matchup between Auburn in 2 weeks.
I was telling you about Auburn in the offseason, and nobody really took me serious, but that's going to be a real game, ain't it?
Oh, definitely.
People were laughing
Definitely.
at people were laughing at me when I was talking about Auburn being on top of his game, but to me it
Well,
really is.
I really believe that Tennessee is going to give us a big. They're going to come out and they're going to play. They're much better than their record, and because of their record, they're going to come out like a wounded cat. They're going to come out and try to go for gusto on us. So we got to be ready. I'm glad the game is at home, and we gotta handle our business. Focus on Tennessee. Treat them like an SEC opponent, and know that they're going to come out and give their best swing.
Yeah, I would agree with you because we embarrassed them at their place last year. Their coach lost it on the sideline. I mean, if you got any pride at all, you're going to show up and play. I do think they'll play hard. I don't know how much talent they got, but again, I really don't know how good Florida is. I know we're 3-0, but I don't know if we're good enough to blow anybody out. So I can see a tight game. Because, like you say, they're going to play hard. They're going to bring their best. I mean, they got nothing to lose, so expect a lot of fourth down conversions, or at least going for it. Trick plays on special teams. So they're going to throw everything they got at us. So definitely got to be prepared. But I think with a new quarterback in, especially someone like Kyle Trask, I think he's going to start. I think we'll definitely be prepared and ready to roll.
Yeah, well, I like the way that we're progressing. I think that we do have a good team. I really
We
do. I
definitely
think
got a
that
good
we
team, but I don't know if we're good enough to blow anybody out right now.
well, I think that if you really look at basically the reason why we haven't blown people out is because of execution.
Well, turnovers. I mean, the turnovers killing us.
Turnovers, which can be fixed, and execution, basically.
Yeah.
You know, a hold here, a missed block here,
Right.
those a false start here. Those are things that can totally be corrected, and it's not because of a lack or dearth or famine of talent. So we got the talent, we got the scheme. So I think that you'll see an uptick. Every week we should get better. I don't think that it's good or healthy for Florida to have beat every opponent 50-0. That's different. You can't do that because, the way it's rolling out, we have something to work on. It keeps us humble. It keeps us engaged. The media is giving us a really unfair scrutiny. So that's going to keep us continuing to work together and really know that we're not, don't feel like we're smelling ourselves. So I think that it works out well.
What if I thought?
And
Go ahead. You
but
think it works out well? You think it works out well? Gators win. Is that what you say?
what was that?
You were saying you think it works out well? I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize, boss.
Yeah, it works out well that we're going to continue to win. But I mean, we'll be able to look at the offense and the defense tomorrow and know if we're progressing.
Yeah.
We'll be able to tell.
I mean, I really expect to see the offense play better. I mean, whether it's execution or turnovers or not, I mean, 2 out of 3 games you've had 7 points at halftime. I mean, really just make you scratch your head because you're moving the ball up and down the field, but you're not putting points up. It kind of reminds you of the last coaching scheme. And I'm not comparing Dan Mullen to Jim McElwain. Obviously, Dan Mullen's a hell of a lot better coach. But it's just you still got some of the same players, and this is a. I know you've got a new offensive line, but it's just the turnovers are just we're just head scratchers. I mean, I love France. I love his physical talent. I just don't think he had it between the ears. I'm not sure he was going to get us to Atlanta, but I definitely feel like we got a shot to get to Atlanta now. The 2 quarterback system, no matter who plays. But I definitely think Kyle Trask is better fit. He's more of a point guard, can distribute the ball. Because you got to get the ball to our wide receivers. They're clearly the strength of our team, and it's a mismatch every Saturday. I mean,
Okay, so I don't think that we make it to Atlanta because Felipe's gone. I don't believe that.
what I'm saying because I mean, I don't.
I believe that we make it to Atlanta because we're good.
Well,
I don't think
you
it's
weren't going to beat Kentucky if Franks finished that game, in my opinion, boss. I mean, I love the Gators as much as anybody, but there's no way in hell you win in that game if Franks finishes that game. He just didn't have it that day. I mean, he just for whatever reason. I mean, you can say blame offensive line or whatever. I mean, it's just. I mean, you see the beautiful post of Jefferson in that play. You fumbled on the sack. I mean, I understand that you blindside hit, but you got to feel that pressure. You got to hold on the ball. Man. I mean, you just got to hold on the ball. I mean, I know it's a tough hit, man. She's a quarterback in Florida, man. I mean, and a quarterback in Florida is different than any other place in America. When you think about star power, you think about impact. I mean, Spurrier, Warfel, Tebow. I mean, these guys will live forever.
yeah. Well,
There's a
I
lot of
mean,
pressure, man.
there's other programs, but I think that sometimes our fans put undue pressure and expectation on the quarterback position.
It's not
That
too much to ask not to throw an interception with a 4:30 left in the game against Miami when you're up 4 points. I mean, you can afford to take the sack right there. You ain't got to throw it away. I mean, you ain't in a 2-minute drill. You're winning. I just don't think he understood game management very well. And I just thought it was going to catch up with us, whether it's LSU, Auburn, or Jacksonville. And you know this season's very you can't afford to lose more than one game. And you know what game that I mean, and you got to be careful what game that is, man. You can't go to Jacksonville with a loss. You go to Jacksonville with a loss, you're in trouble. In my opinion, because I just don't see anybody on Georgia's schedule besides us and Texas A&M that can beat them.
Well, um,
You lose
but
Kentucky,
it's
man, you're in trouble.
I
I
don't
see.
think I don't think that we were gonna lose to Kentucky.
Oh man.
But again, when I look at that when I look at after Felipe goes down, what turned the game was the defense.
There's no doubt about it. I mean, the defense didn't help France at all. But to me, I'm just talking about Frank's decision making. I'm not talking about the points or anything like that. To me, his decision making. I just expect it to be better this year. He's just still making some, to me, elementary mistakes, man. You can't come to college and learn the ABCs. I mean, you just can't do it. I mean, there's just some plays a quarterback makes you just know whether he got it or not. I mean, it's just, I mean, you know I love France, man. I sold tickets. I love more than anybody. I thought he was going to be a Heisman contender. I really did. I thought, but there's just a mental part of the game. He just don't get. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, this kid played high school football without offensive coordinator. He was his offensive coordinator. I mean, the guy ain't had a lot of coaching. I mean, Dan Mullen's the only coach he's ever had. So, I mean, I hope Frank's the best. I'm not trying to dog him down. Really not. You know, it's just my opinion. But I respect your opinion too, boss. I mean, you're making great points. The defense was terrible. I mean, 3rd and 21, you give it up to Kentucky. I mean, they made that quarterback who couldn't play dead look like a damn Pro Bowler. I mean, I just can't understand Todd Grantham. He just don't make good in-game adjustments. Whether it's CJ.
No. I mean,
well, that's just my opinion. I don't think he makes in-game adjustments at all, man. You just stay in that soft zone. I mean, we're too good not to man up. I don't mind losing, but give me a chance to compete one-on-one. I mean, I know you're down CJ, but we're way too good not to play man-to-man defense.
But we ratchet down, man. We ratchet down on them, and by the fourth quarter, we locked them down. We locked them in, man.
Yeah, but you can't get to the fourth quarter against Kentucky and they ain't punting the ball yet. It just don't with a brand new quarterback. It just ain't a good look. Your first 3 and outs in the fourth quarter. I mean, it just don't. I mean, it's not a good recipe for success moving forward. It just really, I mean, it's got to concern you. I mean, I like the way they bowled up when they had to, but you can't survive like that against teams you're fixing to play. You know that, boss.
Right, but you got to look you got to look inside the numbers. Yeah. The reason why Kentucky hadn't punted is because they had 4 turnovers, bro. We were taking the ball from them.
They didn't turn the ball until late. I mean, for 2.5 quarters, that quarterback looked like an all-star. I mean, he just looked confident, cool, collected. He was making all the throws till Sean Davis picked him off. He got rattled after that. He missed Lynn Bolden on a wide open. Looked like he would have scored if he caught it. But until Sean Davis picked him off, I mean, that quarterback was on fire for 2.5 quarters. You got to admit. I mean, and you're just playing soft zone, allowing him pitching catch. I just don't understand it.
But again, the same reason why that quarterback looked good or looked great is the same is a similar reason why Trask looked great. We had no film on him, okay?
Yeah, but you got film on their receivers. You know what they're capable of. You can go man to man. You can't just stay in soft zone. I mean, you're doing a guy a favor when you allow him to get in the rivers like that. I mean, you seen the space on the wide receiver. Well, in my opinion, we're just too good across the board. Not to give our guys a chance to compete.
Think about it. The wide receiver gets lucky on that one catch.
That's true.
He has a height advantage.
That's true.
He got lucky on a questionable catch.
I thought it hit the ground.
Many people will argue that he didn't have control when he hit the ground. And so that's again, like, that's a weird play. That's a play that if it happened 10 times.
That's college football, baby. You know that, boss. It's just college football.
But that was a luck tip play.
Yeah,
he makes the actually Wilson he tips it away, and dude catches a weird play. He catches it, and that was a phenomenal play.
Oh, no doubt about it. I didn't think it was a catch, but give the kid credit. He might have looked good.
And so the thing is, but if you look at Felipe's numbers, his numbers had improved, and the thing that's blaring is our offensive line has to take some huge steps, and you have to believe they're going to improve. The thing is, the competition from week to week will an SEC play. Everybody has a decent D line. Everybody's D line is pretty decent, so it's not like you're chop suey. So, but I have confidence, man. I have confidence. I think that me watching the game, Zuniga didn't play, Henderson didn't play, Houston played sparingly. Um, you know, and then uh Bernie didn't play.
Yeah,
That,
that's a big deal.
that's 4 starters, bro.
That's a lot. That's a lot, boss kid. I'll give you that. I mean, that's what I love about you, boss. You're positive. I mean, you see the light. You don't see negative. I love that about you. I love your spirit. I love your opinion. That's why I like talking to you. We're kind of two different fans, but we both respect each other. Yeah, I mean, that's why you're the boss, man. I mean, you made some good points there down, but to me, you know, sometimes it's just the way it looks. You know, I just Todd Grantham.
Yeah.
Todd Grantham just made me. I didn't really like him last year too much. I just thought he
I still think that our defense looked fast. Um,
Yeah, we're fast. We're good. We can get after some guys. I mean, we need to get healthy, no
the
doubt about
thing,
it.
if you notice, the thing that told on us a little bit again was the tight end coming across catching the zone pass, and the reason why that was open is because um
Maury Bernie.
uh, uh Bernie wasn't playing, Houston wasn't playing, and Houston was all over that play against Miami. He was making that play, and so um he does well sideline to sideline, and so I think if you look for the trade, Reese tends not to play well in zone coverage, but he played excellent in the run
Right.
defense.
He's a run stopper.
So basically, actually, Grantham's choice to go more of a base defense, it opened the door for Reese, and it's what you needed. It worked in the end. If you look, the base D line, the commentators all night are gassing up the O line for Kentucky, but in the end, the big play, the big series, our D line stonewalled them for 3 plays in a row, and that's a point that was not made.
Yeah. Yeah, David Reese making that play, that was big time. Like I say, senior. That's why you come back from senior year to make plays like that. Right.
And then you look, it wasn't just him. Number 56, I think is T.J. Slayton.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's the one. He stonewalled his soul, where it made it easy for Reese to go in. So I mean, what I like better this year is that we're developing depth. That same game last year with 4 starters, we gave up 300 yards worth of rushing.
No David Reese. Ain't it funny what a difference David Reese plays? We always said last year, if David Reese plays, we win that game. I stand by it.
Yeah. So, but I'm saying, I think it's growth. It's growth is what I'm saying. That's what you want. That's what you want in a program. I think that we're on schedule.
No doubt.
I know that we're on schedule. I think that at the time when we played Miami was a formidable opponent. Week 2 for us was an easy opponent. I think Kentucky's O line, their D line is good. Their defense is it's pretty legit, bro. I think that Kentucky, they probably win 7 or 8 games, man.
Yeah, no, they can do it. They just lost a lot from last year's team. I just didn't expect that game to be close, man. I really thought Florida coming after losing to them last year, come out with no edge, and just really just taking to them.
Now I'm gonna tell you the team that looks, there's some teams in the SEC. Missouri looks strong.
You think so?
Missouri looks pretty strong, but we gotta finish. We gotta face Tennessee, and I think that what I want to see is a team dialed in. I want to see a team that doesn't look past Tennessee. I want to see a team that puts their foot on their neck and gives them some adversity early. If you give Tennessee adversity, they're gonna crumble. But if you give them hope, you give them life, you're in for a tuggle, a struggle all day.
Yep. I'll get you out of here on this. Tell me this, boss. You got 3 straight home games. You're 3-0. What's your record going into LSU after these 3 home games? I got 6-0.
I got 6-0. I got 6-0.
I can't wait, man. It's gonna be great, ain't it?
Yes, sir.
I mean, a lot of people know this. You live in Gainesville. You live in Gainesville, right?
Right.
You know you feeling the buzz. You feeling
Yeah,
the buzz.
man. So,
It's gonna be ratchet.
but I mean, if you look at the victory we had at Mississippi State last year,
Yeah.
Dan Mullen dialed that victory up. I really believe this is an opportunity. It's not a mishap. It's an opportunity for Dan Mullen to really showcase his skills. And even the announcement Florida's going to be on HBO.
That's gonna be awesome. I've seen that.
Yeah. So I mean, man, hey, listen, baby, the Mullenade is spreading all across, baby, the nation. I want to let you know that Boss Gators live in Gainesville, Florida. I see the Gators going 20. We're going to beat them 27-20 in the swamp, baby. Call me back next week and we'll talk about it. We'll walk about it and we'll shout about it, baby. Gators, Gator country is great to be a Florida Gator. If you're going to chomp, you got to chomp right. Always put right over left, baby. Let's go.
You the man, boss. You the man. I love you, bro. Go Gators. Oh man, boss Gators sounding that hardcore. Let's see who else we want to get on here for. Got a few requests from let's see, we got the quarterback here. Let's see if we can get the quarterback. Yeah, I'd say who's the quarterback? Yeah, that was a lot of fun, man. Boss Gator, my man. I respect the hell out of that guy, man. He strategized one of the best. One of the best guys I know, man.
What's up, bro?
All right, man. Let's keep. We got about 5 to 8 minutes. So, what you got for me today? We live with the quarterback. What do you think about man? What do you think about my man, Boss Gator, man? Is he not one of the best you've heard?
Man, he's amazing.
He really is, man. There's a lot of Gator fans in the world, but there's only one boss, man. That's what I always tell people. He's definitely the boss.
That's
man.
for sure.
I love that guy. But,
Yeah.
What do you think, man? What could you add to our conversation, or what's on your mind?
Man, I'm excited. Obviously, you know how sad I am that Felipe Franks got hurt. I believe that he was the rising star in the SEC. You know that I felt that he was a solid offensive line away from being a championship level, Heisman level quarterback.
Yeah.
You know that.
Right.
At the same time, though, I'm excited about Trask. The more and more film that I watch on Trask and the fundamentals that I see in his game absolutely blows my mind. Now, I know that Dan Mullen is the best quarterback coach in the country. There's no doubt in my mind. After seeing what he did with Felipe Franks, after seeing what he's doing now with Kyle Trask, even going back into what he did with the likes of Tim Tebow, the likes of, need I say Cam Newton, the likes of, need I say, name another person.
Dak Prescott.
Dak Prescott. Alex Smith.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy's a boss.
Brian Johnson, Gators quarterback coach today.
Brian Johnson. Yeah. This guy's a boss.
Resume, man.
This guy knows how to coach quarterbacks.
No doubt about it.
And when I see Kyle Trask's game, it makes me surprised that he wasn't the starter from the beginning.
Well, you got the arm talent, you don't wow, that
Honestly, bro.
If Franks could have got it between the ears, I mean, with his physical tools, he'd really be one of the best quarterbacks to ever live. I mean, he's a Cam Newton if he ever gets it between the ears.
Could be.
If he ever got it between the ears, there's no doubt he's a Cam Newton top. He just ain't got it.
Yeah.
Who is Kyle Trask? Kyle Trask, I don't know if you remember this guy. There's a guy for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers when they won a Super Bowl.
Felipe Franks is going to be
Brad Johnson. That's who Kyle Trask reminds me of. He's just a Brad Johnson, man. He don't wait with his arm. He makes all the right plays, and he delivers the ball. Go back and watch number 14, Brad Johnson, and tell me you don't see Kyle Trask. You remember Brad Johnson, Tampa Bay? John Gruden wants to call him one of us. Might be before your time. That's about 2003. You might have been a youngin', son.
Yeah, I barely followed Gator football back then. I was a youngin'.
Yeah,
I was more concerned with my toy trains than quarterbacks back then.
Yeah. You're still learning.
But bro,
you're still learning. Yeah, honestly, he's not quarterbacks, huh, bro?
Yeah, honestly, bro. I mean, watching film on Kyle Trask, watching his delivery, he can throw.
Yeah.
See, when I was watching the game in full speed, there were some throws that I saw him make that kind of bothered me from an arm talent standpoint. But the big reason why those throws were what they were is because he didn't step into the throw. He was throwing off his back foot a lot when he was under pressure. When you gave this guy more than 2 minutes, or not 2 minutes, I'm sorry, 2 seconds, when any play that Kyle Trask had more than 2 seconds to set and throw the ball, he threw perfect dynamite throws.
Let me ask you this.
On point dynamite throws.
Yeah.
Kyle Trask can throw the football. You know, people might say that Felipe Franks has better arm talent, and I would agree. But in a Dan Mullen spread offense, where it's not about the deep throw, it's about the right throw, Kyle Trask is making all the right throws. There's not a single throw in the Dan Mullen offense that Kyle Trask cannot make.
Well, that's true.
Yeah. I'm on board. I'm on the Trask train.
Well, you gotta be.
The Trask train.
Well, you gotta be. All right, I tell you what people don't realize.
Come on, bro.
What people don't realize about arm talent. Yeah, Felipe's got more arm talent, more zip, but he don't have the anticipation. And that's where you can make up for lack of arm talent, when you can anticipate things, when you get the ball out on time, when you're throwing guys open. You know what I mean? Like Will Greer used to do. You throw guys open. I don't know if Kyle Trask can throw guys open yet. I ain't seen enough to say that. But I do know he's got a great anticipation, and he gets the ball out quicker, and he sees things before it happens. And that gives you a chance for a quarterback who ain't got great arm strength. I mean, if you're just relying on your arm all the time, you're going to be like Felipe. You're going to get yourself in trouble. One thing I like about Kyle Trask, I don't think he's a hero-type quarterback. I think he really plays for a team. I think he really values the football, so to speak. I don't think you're going to see him take a lot of crazy chances. Not saying he wants an interception, every quarterback does, but I don't think you're going to see interception that make you scratch your damn head. It's just going to be good football plays if somebody gets intercepted.
No, Kyle Trask, he's going to throw the ball where it needs to be, or he's going to take the smart sack. Okay, sacks are okay. Yeah. A sack is better than a pick.
You're damn right.
Always. Be safe, protect the ball, don't get broke, but take a smart sack. Yeah, that's the thing about Franks. He'll throw the ball, and we saw that a few times. It may not have been his fault that fumble happened. It may have been his offensive line's fault. But if he was a smart quarterback, he would have held the ball, right?
You gotta hold the ball, man.
You're right. I agree. So here's the thing.
Quarterback, you know that.
Hey, let me give you some history, real quick.
Give me a little history. I'm
super quick,
bro. Because I'm about to shut down. It's getting late for me. I gotta be at work at 5:30. But give it to me quick.
Listen up. So, as you know, I'm a former quarterback. I played in high school. What was my number?
11.
Number 11.
Yeah.
And I was the backup quarterback in my high school. I didn't start a single game. But when I played, I fought hard. And you know what's great about being a backup quarterback? Gotta have good perspective on every circumstance in life. You know what's great about being a backup quarterback? You see the game. you see the game differently.
Yeah, that's right.
You are in on every single play. You are in with the coach, and you know what he's saying. Kyle Trask has spent 1.25 seasons standing next to Dan Mullen, hearing every word of coaching.
hearing every conversation with Brian Johnson. He knows this offense better than probably anybody else in that team. Probably even better than Felipe Franks.
Well, Contrast's going to prepare better than Franks. I mean, Franks tries to prepare.
Oh, yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's no knock on Franks, but there's just some quarterbacks better on the chalkboard.
Dude, Felipe Franks is a freak of nature. Okay, that guy can dunk the basketball. He can throw a 95, 100-mile-per-hour fastball. That guy's probably going to be making 10, 20, $30 million in Major League Baseball. Maybe even more than that. Okay?
You're damn right.
For the record, I'm a Red Sox fan. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to Franks pitching for the Sox because they need him.
Well, at least you're a Braves fan. I get sick of Gator fans. How can you be a Gator and be a Braves fan? How can you support any damn team out of Georgia? I don't get that.
I'm not a Braves fan.
Well, I know you're not. I'm glad you ain't. But
oh, yeah.
That one guy calls Gator Radio every fucking day. We'll talk about the fucking Braves. I was on hold one day and he took my call. Let him talk about the Braves. I just hung up, man. What in the hell are you doing in the middle of the damn SEC season? There's only so many games, and you're gonna call and talk about the damn Atlanta Braves? You need your ass whooped. I mean, straight up. I pour that guy a hot cup and shut the hell up and hang up on him. What the hell? What's wrong with these guys, man? Are you that desperate for calls? Fucking A, tailgate.
Right. It is getting late, man.
That shit pisses me off, man. How the hell you gonna support a team out of Georgia? I just don't get it.
Yeah.
Especially right now.
Yeah, man.
I mean, before it didn't matter. You kicking their ass all the time. But you know, they beat us a couple years ago. I mean, I know we still own them the last 30 years or whatever. But hell, the last 30 years, I'm talking about the last couple of years. But really what matters is this year. And there's no way in hell we lose in Jacksonville. But hey, man, I love you, bro. Let's get together Saturday after the game. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, question. Yeah. All right, so you're not going to do something before the game? Is this it?
I got a guy, a coach. He's actually coaching Dwan Black at his community college down in Mississippi. And he's supposed to join me Saturday morning. If he does, I'll get you in.
Yeah, man, because I got 3 keys to the game, but I think
go ahead and give it to me. Give me 3 keys. Just be quick with me because I really got to get in the cover.
Absolutely.
Just keep it brief with me.
Well, I could be quick.
Go ahead.
So number one, I know that Dan Mullen is the best coach in America. There's no doubt that he's going to game plan, and that's my number one key, coaching. He's going to have a game plan that's going to far exceed anything that the opponent has. Number 2, Kyle Trask. That man is going to be dynamite for the Gators, throwing the ball all over the yard. I'm expecting a 350-yard-plus game from Kyle Trask. And number 3, special teams. It happened last year, and we're going to see it again this year. There's going to be plays made in the kick and the punt. Hopefully we don't punt too much, but in the punt and in the field goal game, that's going to make anybody watching the game being amazed. My pick for the game is 52. Yes, I said it. The 50 bomb. 52-10. We're going to make them balls go home crying. Oh, yeah.
Oh, there's no doubt about it.
I love it, man.
Did you know Danny Wolford made his first start in the Swamp against Tennessee? He tweeted that out.
Yeah.
He said he wished Trask and Jones good luck, man. So it's kind of ironic, man.
Thanks for your time, bro. Always enjoy. Apparently we got a hurricane in the backyard. It struck the storm. I don't know where this came from. Guess it's Florida, right? It ain't Florida without a random hurricane in the backyard.
No doubt about it. Go Gators, man.
Later, buddy.
Stay safe.
Go Gators.
Man. Stay safe, bro.
Have a good one. We will.
My man Dawson, quarterback. Can't do a show without a quarterback, man. I really appreciate that guy. He's always been faithful to the show. Always wanting to come on and fucking idiots. Why don't you call the show, son? 423-509-7007. Share your thoughts with Lance and Jasper. Don't just stop the shit on the stream. People want to hear you call us up, man. I'll be respectful. We can talk football if you want to talk football. See what you got. There ain't nobody in the world, there ain't nobody on the globe can out debate Lance and Jasper. If you think you want to step up to the plate, dial it up or shut it up. All right, man. Cause it ain't nothing for me to pour a hot cup. Or shut the hell up on it, man. If you don't like my damn peaches, don't shake my tree. All right. It's the Lance and Jasper show. All these Georgia fans hanging around. Call the damn show. Tell me about your football team. You want to call it that?
I think Georgia's overrated myself. I think they're gonna get their ass whipped in Jacksonville. I mean, I don't even like to even say the word Georgia. I don't know. Last time I went to Georgia on vacation, I came back on probation. I just ain't never liked the place, you know. But anyway, one more guy, man. We're gonna get my buddy in here. He's the man. Val, he's been good to me. Can't shut him down. And we're gonna close it out with Val. I think he's a good guy to close with. Got a lot of energy. My man. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why people just don't call it so. I mean,
I know you gotta go cover and go ahead and go to work. So
hey. Oh, you good, man? I just want to keep the show moving. You good? Take your time. We'll have a good time. I just want to keep the show moving. I don't want to stay too long. You know, nothing personal. Just the way it is. But tell me, man. You got a lot of energy. You got a lot of heart. How you feeling on moving forward on this Florida Gators season? Tennessee,
you know, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of things I can say, man. To be honest, but I'm not going to base off.
Hold on a second. Hold on for a second, bro. I got someone asking for the number for the show. 423-509-7007. Hit me up. I'll call you back as soon as Val gets off the phone. Call me up, or I'll call you back. We'll get it done. Go ahead, Val. Sorry, brother.
I was saying I'm not the one like think this to repeat yourself, but like I don't think this is a scenario he'll use. I'm just thinking of every scenario right now because college football is unpredictable. So,
yes, sir.
He said it's a reason why I hope he just doesn't take Emory Jones just try to run him to death. Like the man's a quarterback, bro. He can throw the ball too. This is maybe he's not ready. That's fine, but don't just use him as a 3-option quarterback like that. That's predictable. You know, everybody's gonna know that. So. He has to let them know.
I think Dan Mullen's smarter than that. I think you'll see a lot more play action, a lot more rollout passes, stuff like that.
Oh yeah, well,
let me get you right back on here. Val, one second here. Let's see what we got here. You live on Lance Jasper show. What you got, my friend?
Hey, what's up, Lance? It's Reggie Warren from the chat.
Yeah, I see. I see. Cussing, clowning people. No respect for a white man. I mean, I understand. It's just that Gator. It's just that Gator hate. I understand it. I understand the rival, but I want to say, I just want to tell you, man. I understand the rival, but I do appreciate you calling the show, and really, I really do.
Shouting match, which I just want to talk football. We ain't got a shot to talk about football.
Oh yeah, that's all. That's all I want to say. I know. It's all in fun, bro. I don't take nothing personal. It's all good.
All right.
Wait.
Well, okay. What make you think Florida is going to be 6-0 by the time? What game was that you said?
Well, you play Tennessee, Townsend. You should win those. And Auburn game.
I'm talking about Florida. I'm not talking about who I play. You said y'all going to be 6-0 going into what game?
LSU.
You out of your mind.
Well, who's going to beat us?
Auburn?
Well,
Georgia? Wait a minute.
We don't play Georgia before we play LSU, man. Slow down.
Wait a minute.
We play Tennessee, Townsend, and Auburn. I mean, they're all three at home. You get on a roll, you get some momentum in college football. You never know.
I don't think so, sir.
Injuries can happen. Anything can happen. But if you know anything about Lance and Jasper, I told the guys for the season, Auburn's our toughest game.
Florida should be 1-2 for real.
Well, you
all have been.
You can always say that.
So far, man. Look at the games. Have you been watching?
I mean,
the games?
you want to talk? You want to talk reality, or you want to talk?
Look y'all way into a 3-0 season.
There ain't no luck in college. There ain't no luck in college football, my friend. And you earn your wins.
Y'all have been lucky.
You earn your wins.
Y'all
How can you call it luck?
You got a magic gator foot or something?
What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean luck? What do you mean luck? I mean, I don't understand what you mean by luck.
I said luck. Have you been watching the games? Y'all have been winning by sheer luck.
How do you win a game? How do you win a game by luck? How do you win a game by luck? I mean, I thought you wanted to talk football. I thought you wanted to talk football.
I played y'all.
I thought you wanted to talk football, man. You talking Walt Disney and stuff.
We are talking football.
No, you talking about luck. You talking about luck. I mean, chance. I mean, you talking Disney stuff. We're talking about reality. Hold on a minute. Hey, I'll let you talk. Let me talk.
I'm talking about.
I'll let you talk. Let me respond to you.
Miami. I'm talking about the 3 games.
I know what you're talking about, son. I know that. Look,
1-3-0.
Lance and Jasper. I think we know the schedule for the Florida Gators. I'll let you talk. Just let me respond to you for a minute. I mean, you're talking about luck. I mean, if you want to call a show, talk about football substance. I mean, if you look at the Florida Gators against Miami, 10 sacks, you deserve to win that game. I said it myself. Felipe Franks ain't going to win you a championship. The guy just ain't got it between the ears.
He makes too many turnovers. It stops the offense from scoring points. It stops you from blowing people out. You should have blew Miami out. You don't because your quarterback can't execute. The man's gone. Look at Kentucky. Man, I've said it myself. If you watch the show, there's no way it should have been that close. I mean, I don't know if Florida's that good right now, but I do know this: they can beat Tennessee, they can beat Townsend, and they got a chance against Auburn because it's at home. And if you get on the wrong college football, you never know. I mean, there's no reason to think that Florida being 6-0 is unimaginable. I mean, you're sitting here talking about they should be 1-2. It really don't matter. They're 3-0. Well, you can say that. You can say that every year. But hold on, you can say that every year about a team in college football. You got to have a little luck in college football, man. It's college football, my friend.
No, look, I gotta give it to you. Your fandom. I mean, you represent your team.
Fandom, hell, I'm a damn expert, son.
Goddamn, nigga, let me talk.
I'm a damn expert.
You represent your team well. But look, be realistic, man. Florida's just not a good team yet.
I don't know how good we are.
You're not going to be a good team this year, man. Listen, you guys need at least 2 more recruiting cycles before you're going to be able to compete. You're struggling with Kentucky, a team that you beat 30 years in a row. Florida should not be struggling with a team like that.
I've seen Georgia struggle with Kentucky many a years. It's just one of those games, man. It's just hard to really take Kentucky seriously. But say whatever you want, man. I mean, when your quarterback's Felipe Franks, you ain't gonna win many games. And if Franks don't get hurt, we don't win that damn game. And I'll say you this, man.
You said y'all gonna win in Jacksonville. Let me address that.
Why would we not win in Jacksonville?
Y'all gonna win in Jacksonville.
Why would we not?
My dogs are going to stomp the living crap out of y'all in Jacksonville. The question is, how bad do you want to get beat?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how good Georgia is. I mean, I don't understand your
how bad? All you guys. How bad do you want to get beat? Because y'all just don't match up.
I don't think we're going to get beat. Because I think Florida's got a mental edge in this game, and they definitely got enough talent to compete with Georgia. Georgia's not scaring anybody on offense. I mean, granted, Todd Granson's our defensive coordinator, and he needs fire.
You sound like you're biting your fingernails right now while you're saying that.
I don't bite my fingernails, man. I just smoke a lot of dope, and it makes me get on the edge a little bit. But let me tell you,
I can tell that as well too. But carry on.
But seriously, I just think last year, man, Florida, man, it was really about execution. I mean, really.
You got to put together.
Hold on a second. You miss that. If you hit that flea flicker on the first game, you never know about college football. Momentum's a scary thing. I mean, it's really just a team sold out. I just think Florida's got a better chance to be good on offense. You know about the defense. Call Trash gives us a chance to go to Atlanta, man.
You're going to lose to Georgia. You might lose to Missouri. That's a long line of L's y'all got coming up in the future, son.
Missouri's always been tough on the Gators, but I would tell you, when we get to Jacksonville,
a long line of L's.
When we get to Jacksonville, baby, it's going to be just like last year. The winner's going to have the advantage in the East. I mean, it's not going to be over before we get there. I understand you want it to be.
Florida's fighting for second place in the East.
Well,
it's between you and Missouri, who would get second place? No, we're first place, dude.
You know, how can you be first place? You ain't play no SEC games.
Who in the East gonna beat us? Who in the East gonna beat us, Lance?
I'll tell you what, Florida will beat you in the East, and on the West, I think Texas A&M is going to beat you. I think Georgia's a 10-2 team, and if Jake Fromm gets hurt, you're screwed. I mean, your coach just ran the best player in Georgia history besides Herschel Walker out of town.
You smoking that dope you were telling me about, cause you definitely high as a motherfucker.
Who do you got behind Fromm? I mean, really, for your coach to run Justin Fields off tells me all I need to know about your coach.
Georgia
he can't
beat
coach.
Florida with his defense alone.
Defense alone, they got nobody on defense. They got no star power. Who they got on defense that we need to know about?
Who do we have an offense without Tony?
Tony ain't.
Let's be
Tony.
Honest.
He's our fourth best wide receiver.
Your offense been struggling since Tony been out.
We were struggling with him, son. Tony ain't our best receiver. He might be our best dance player. He ain't better than a Grimes, Jefferson, Hammond, Swain. Are you kidding me? Jacob Copeland's coming around.
You can't run the ball. You barely can throw it. What are you going to do?
It's week 3, man. We won't be the same team we are today as we are in November.
when we get
What,
down
you
there.
can't run the ball. Who's running the ball?
Who's
besides
saying you can't run the
P-Ryan?
ball? It's 3
I'm
games
saying
in,
you
baby.
can't run the ball.
It's 3 games
The film is showing
in.
that you can't run the ball, man.
It's 3 games in, baby. I'm not concerned. I'm not going to panic over 3 games about running the ball. I don't think we really showed our whole offense. I'm not sure that we got creative enough with the run. I'm not sure that we hold on to the ball
Okay.
well enough.
Okay,
When you
I'll
turn,
give-
hold
I'll
on.
give-
When
I'll
you
give
turn
you
the
that
ball
3
over
games
as much
in.
as Florida does right now.
I'll give you that 3 games in, but you better get it together before you start running
Well-
to the big dogs.
well, there's no doubt about it.
You looking for the hurt lock if you don't get it together.
Well, there's no doubt about it. You got to be able to run the football in the SEC, and you got to run. You need to be able to run it when you want to, not because you have to. But tell me, say this. I mean, I love Florida, man, but I tell you the quarterback position, as everybody knows, has hurt us. I mean, Franks with the turnovers and stuff, you really just can't get into a flow. You can't get the guys the ball as much as you want to, because Florida's got a lot of playmakers at wide receiver. Say what you want to. And really, man, Dan Mullen's been handcuffed as a play caller, and you can say it's his own fault because he chooses the quarterback. But, I mean, Felipe Franks is not a Dan Mullen type quarterback. He's just a project, man. And you know about side projects. They're just, I mean, you know. I've had a few.
I ain't gonna hold the show. I just wanted to show you that I had the Stones call in and got dang back up my talk.
Well, I'm glad you did call, man. Please call the show, man, and keep this number for Georgia, Florida week, and Delvin. We'll get together after this game, man.
Oh, no doubt. You know, good luck to you, Gators.
I appreciate your support, man. Go Gators.
Later.
Oh, that was pretty cool, man. Georgia fan on the show. I'm gonna call up the show, man. Let's have some fun. Fire it up, but let me get back to Bell right there. Sorry about that, Bell. Yeah, them boys are bad, man. I really appreciate that. Doing that for me. That was pretty cool. I really appreciate that, Georgia. I really appreciate that. Got me rolling now. Fire it up. When I say dope, I mean we smoking weed. I don't want y'all to think we smoking that real dope like they always say. What's up, Val? Sorry about that, man. I had to get that Georgia guy real quick. They hardly ever call, but I'm glad they call. But they're kind of they're just right in Florida. Oh, they really don't understand the talent we have on our team. I mean, I understand though.
I mean, yeah, we shouldn't have struggled with Kentucky, but let me tell you something before you answer me. Last week, I agree with what you said. You ain't gonna win no games with Saints. Now, if we do our Tennessee, okay, cool and dandy, but when we get to Georgia, I mean, when we get to Auburn, that's when we're gonna see if trash is the real deal. We ain't gonna really be able to see. I mean, Tennessee gonna come out and play hard, but like you said, we should beat them easily. And Townsend, that's just gonna be a pickup game for him. But I think Auburn will be his first test. So, what you think? Are you think Tennessee will be his first test?
I said for the season, Auburn's toughest game on the schedule. People laugh at me talking about LSU. I mean, I think Auburn's is a better team. I think it's tough.
But they got a better offense. Better offense is unpredictable. Very tricky.
Well, I just think they can run the ball in different ways, and I think you know.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, they got a tricky.
I'm not sure how good Florida run defense is. I'm not sold on Florida's run defense at all. I know we can rush the quarterback, and I'm not trying to be down on the Gators, man. You know I love the Gators. I mean, I like that last caller, man. But you can't talk about luck and what it could. I mean, we ain't talking about Disney. We're talking about reality, man. In football, you make your own plays. You create your own momentum. Whether it's luck or not. I mean,
a lot of the games this year, we might just be the comeback kids. We might just have to come back.
Well, you got to have a little luck in college football, man. That's just part of the deal, man. And that's what makes college football. You love it. But I really do appreciate the guy calling, man. Much love to you. But tell me, I mean, Tennessee, Graham Hall, I know everybody knows Graham Hall. He told me Florida wins this game by 4 touchdowns. And that's local media. They don't really, they don't usually have the Gators up that high. So you got to, I feel like the offense is going to click. I don't know if we beat them by 4 touchdowns. But I do expect Florida to run them out of the gym. What do you think? Or run them out of the damn swamp?
Yeah, but you answer my question with the quarterback.
Go ahead. What's up?
What's going to be his true test? Auburn or Tennessee?
True test?
Yeah, when we going to really see the real Kyle Trask?
See the real Kyle Trask? You're going to see the real. You already seen the real Kyle Trask. Three touchdown drives in the fourth quarter. That's all you need to know. I mean, I just think we're too good around the quarterback to struggle. If the quarterback can distribute the ball, and I know Kyle Trask can, and don't be surprised if Emory Jones don't outplay Kyle Trask. I mean, it just depends on what the game plan calls for. Are you running the ball? Or are you passing the ball? I mean, I know Emory Jones is a quarterback. He can't throw the ball. Believe me, this kid's a bad man, but his strength probably is play action and rollouts and running the ball right now because of his quickness. He might be just more comfortable with his legs and accuracy right now. That's all I say.
Okay. So you don't think Kyle Trask would be? You feel like that's what we're gonna get from him? We just need a game manager. We don't need.
Well,
I think Kyle Trask is
gonna be legit. I think he's gonna be starting quarterback the rest of the way, barring injury. I just think Kyle Trask is we're good enough around him that he's going to strive in this offense. I think he prepares well. I don't think he's going to throw interceptions and make you scratch your head. I mean, you're always going to throw them, but again, like I said earlier, it'll be football plays that he gets intercepted on. It ain't going to be scratch your head plays like the Miami game or the first drive against Kentucky where you just throwing up Hail Mary. I think Kyle Trask values the football. I think we're going to get more plays in on offense, and therefore people are going to get more touches. And I expect the Florida Gators to finally click on offense because Dan Mullen ain't handcuffed as a play caller no more.
Okay, let me ask you this: why? Okay, just hear me out before I get a bit too ahead of myself. Say if Kyle Trask flourishes and we beat Georgia or whatever, we make Atlanta, and we compete. Maybe we lose to Alabama or we play on the way. Like by a touchdown or something, but Kyle Trask plays good. Why we didn't start him from the beginning from last year?
Well, it's just a difference in arm talent, man, and a lot of it's the locker room. It ain't always the best player, the locker room. And for whatever reason, the team believed in Felipe Franks. He was their leader. He's their guy. You seen that against Kentucky when he went down. For whatever reason, the team just believes in the guy. They want I mean, the locker room chooses your starting quarterback a lot of times. People think it's all about the coach. I mean, the coach makes the final decision. But a great coach will watch how your teammates interact with you, and do you make people around you better? And I think Franks just ignited the team a little bit more. I don't know why. Maybe it's just his charisma, his personality. But as far as talent, as far as between the ears, Kyle Trask is a manageable quarterback. I mean, I compared him to Brian Johnson. I don't know if a lot of people remember Brian Johnson. He's that kind of guy, man. He ain't going to wow you with arm strength, but he's got great anticipation, and he throws people up. Maybe he can throw some guys open. His anticipation will make up for his arm strength. Can he make throws down the field 15 yards against man-to-man? I don't know. I doubt it. But we shouldn't need him to do that.
Yeah, Kyle Trask is mental clock and his decision making is better than Felipe. He may not have the deep ball accuracy. He might not have the deep ball, but he can still be accurate with the ball and he makes great decisions with the ball.
I'll take mental clock and accuracy over down arm strength any day. I'll take mental clock over arm strength any day. Just the mental clock.
Me too.
That's half the battle. I mean, you gotta have that. You gotta feel that pressure. You gotta feel that. When to get out of the pocket. When there's a lot going to quarterback. A lot of it's about.
To be honest, Tom Brady don't even really have a deep ball like that. He just has a great mental clock.
Right. Exactly.
He throws the ball when
he throws people open pretty good too, and he's damn sure accurate.
Yeah, exactly.
It's kind of weird. I mean, look at Tom Brady, who was starting above him, Drew Bledsoe. What's he got? A stronger arm than Tom Brady. You know what I mean? He got hurt. Tom Brady got a chance. He never got his job back. But as long as he would stay healthy, he would always want a job because of a strong arm. It's kind of like the Franks Trask comparison. I mean, the guy's got a stronger arm. The coach just sees more potential, more wow. If he ever gets it between the ears, he's going to be one of the greatest ever. And a lot of coaches won't give up on a kid like that.
Yeah, that's really what made him be the starter because you said that arm strength. But had Felipe wouldn't have been here, I think Kyle Trask would have been starting. Like if he would have went to LSU and Kyle Trask would have came to Florida, he would have started at damn Mullen's system. Say the same thing happened, right? Maybe even McElwain, because McElwain had a quarterback and we were good. Remember that. Remember when McElwain had Will Greer, we were pretty decent. Will Greer didn't play against Alabama in 2015. Treon Harris did, but Treon Harris would have been a great quarterback for Dan Mullen's system because he is persistent and cool, but not a dual threat. Quarterback with just a winning runner. So you know what I'm saying?
Harris was be a good quarterback in the under any coach. I just don't think he had it. But I will say this about if Will Greer don't get hurt, Florida Gators win the national championship in 15. There's no doubt about it.
Oh yeah.
Or not hurt. If he don't get hurt, if he don't get stupid and do what he did, nobody will say exactly what he did, but they say he left because McElwain went promising him his job. I mean, say what you want about McElwain, he made all the right decisions as far as I'm concerned because we got Dan Mullen. All right.
Yeah, straight up. Well, just imagine if. I'm just going back to this. I'm just going back to scenario. I mean, we could have, should have. We're in the now. We're in the present. We got to think of the now. But I just hope Kyle Trask. I hope we finally got found. I hope he finally is. One of the
the better quarterbacks of our time because it's been a long time since we had one.
Well, I don't think Coach Ash is going to wow you to be a star player or nothing, but I do think you don't need that at Florida right now. You got enough players around you to be great. We just need a distributor, and I think he's just what Florida needs, man. I really expect this offense to take off, but we're going to find out. We got Tennessee this week, and we got Auburn in a couple of weeks. Like I say, we win these next 3 games at home, and Florida's got a chance. We got a chance to be 6-0, regardless of what anybody want to tell you. There's no doubt about it. Florida's got a chance.
Yeah, nice. The LSU game's supposed to be at night, so that's going to be a great thing.
That's fine with me. I think Florida plays better on the road. I mean, bar the Kentucky game. But look at the Mississippi State game. I mean, I don't think Florida. It's just hard to get up for Kentucky. I don't give a damn what anybody says. You as much as you want to take them seriously, it's just hard to take Kentucky seriously in football. It's just. I mean,
and we got to get Kentucky more credit than that. That man Mark Stoops bro.
You try, man, but how do you really? I mean, if you're a competitor, man, it's just really hard, man. It's just really hard. I mean,
think about it, man. He really put some. The talent is better there. The talent level has went up a notch. It's not.
Yeah, but they lost to everybody. They lost to everybody off that team that beat us last year, man. There's no way in hell they should have competed in that game. There's just no way in hell. I don't give a damn what kind of job he's doing. It's Kentucky, man. I know they got some nice players. I know they developed great coaching staff. But come on, man. There's no fucking reason in America and in the world Kentucky should be playing football with Florida Gators. There's no reason they should be playing football with Florida Gators. And not only that, Val, they're ahead of us in facilities. How the hell is that possible?
I don't know. But listen, hear me out on this one. You're right. Because we had contracts with that game, I think we would have blew him up. Because look how, like you said, look how he just drove down the field on quick, and look how the defense didn't allow for the rest of the game.
Should have scored points on the first drive. We could have scored points on the first drive, but he won't throw a damn Hail Mary. I mean, it's just stuff like that, man. I just don't understand, man. I just don't understand.
Throw it away. Had too much time to throw it. Or you could have scrambled, bro. You could have scrambled at least, so throw it away.
Yeah, I mean,
he ain't even got no pressure on you.
He just rolling to your left, right-handed quarterback, throwing it downfield is only a good idea. I mean, it just ain't your best arm angle. That's all. But hey, man, I appreciate your time, bro. You gonna be up Saturday morning? You got to work?
No, I'm off Saturday. I'm off to the game.
I'm gonna call you, man, because I got a coach. I got a coach calling from Mississippi. He's actually a coach. Is Dwan Black. I don't know if y'all remember Dwan Black, the Gator recruit who didn't make it. He goes great. He actually coaches him at his community college in Mississippi, so he's gonna come on the show to talk to us a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna get Dwan Black back. He's gonna come back after he does his JUCO.
Yeah, he said he's mentoring me. He ain't said nothing about his recruitment, but I'm hoping we get Dwan Black back. Yeah. Sorry about that. But hey, man, I say I'll call you up Saturday morning and get it done. What I'm gonna try to do this year, something a little bit different, is play-by-play, man. I'm gonna do a little play-by-play. Got the next one, but I'll hit you up, man. Be good, my friend.
You too. Okay.
Gators, man. Hey, man, guys. Oh, sorry it ran long. I hate to run one long like this. We just had a lot of fun. Appreciate you, Georgia guy, calling in. You the man, my friend. Anytime, hit us up. Get your friends to call us. Lance and Jasper. At Lance and Jasper on Twitter. 423-509-7007. It ain't Bond. It's Lance and Jasper. Hit us up. Go Gators.